Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be reviewing the SuperMama Air Plus Wearable Breast Pump. Ignore my face today, I'm looking like shit. I mean, taking care of a newborn is hard. This is real life. I couldn't be bothered. I just want to get this review out. The reason why I bought this is because one, I am looking for a breast pump that is sleek enough to be able to use in the office. I'm hoping to be able to use in the office. I believe there are a lot out there that is starting to get sleeker and sleeker in terms of design when it comes to a wearable breast pump or a hands-free breast pump. But this one is like super heavily advertised on social media, and I'm definitely one of the target market for sure. So I've been getting a lot of ads on this on my Facebook, on Instagram. So that's why I decided, you know what, let's just get it and try it and see if it's any good or not. I feel like this is definitely a bit more actually quite expensive as compared to other breast pumps out there. It's about 300 over ringgit, and I only bought a single unit, so they do sell it in a single unit or you can buy it in a double unit. For me, I used this for about a month plus already, and I use this alternating with my other breast pump, which is the Bobo Duck one. It's also a wearable breast pump as well. I will do a separate review for that. I also have the SuperMama Egg Pump. This is like a breast milk collector and also like a manual hand pump kind of thing. It's pretty much similar to a Haka pump, but again, I will also review this separately in another video. Usually if I were to use this, I try to use this together. In terms of size, I think it's the most equal in size. When I bought this, it comes in a really nice sleek box as well. It comes in a styrofoam packaging inside, making sure that nothing is moved during delivery. For me, I bought this on Shopee. It's around 300 over ringgit. They do have their own website as well. You can directly buy from there. If you don't want to buy from Shopee, it's up to you. I believe SuperMama actually do have other distributors as well. Pretty much just go and do your research and see where actually sells the cheapest or where you can get the cheapest in terms of like using all your cashbacks or coins or whatever it is. When you buy this single unit, it comes with the device, of course, and this device has a motor pump, a silicone backflow protector, breast shield or flange in 27mm and also 24mm, and then they have the valve, they have the container or the bottle itself, the container lid, it has the sealing cap as well. It also comes with a pretty good decent length of USB charger cable. They also give you a cleaning brush. The good part about this is that all the spare parts you can actually buy online. It's really easy to find the replacement parts, so you don't have to worry about not being able to use the pump anymore, even if you just lose one small part of it. Other than that, in the box itself, it also comes with a manual, cute sticker for you to be able to kind of customize your breast pump if you want to stick it all over. So let's get into the pros of this pump first. One, obviously, it is like considered pretty sleek as compared to a lot of other wearable breast pumps out there. Taking out is just by turning the bottom here, okay, twisting up, and then it will detach the flange, take out the container. This valve can be taken out, and then this lid, you just need to twist it and take it out like this. I think it's a reasonable amount of parts for a wearable breast pump. It's not too heavy. It's definitely very easy to be able to put into your bra. In terms of suction wise, it's not painful at all. Even if you put it to the highest level, it's still very bearable. What I really like about this is that it has a smart auto mode where the pump will start with a 3-minute massage mode and then automatically switch to expression mode for 22 minutes. According to the instructions, the suction level will actually increase every 20 seconds until level 6. You can also adjust the level itself if you feel like it's starting to get a bit painful. So far with this, I've never really feel like it really hurts my nipple or anything. Like the suction is really not that strong. The other pro about this breast pump is that it's super quiet. So far, one of the quietest breast pump that I've used, or quietest wearable breast pump that I've used. I only used 2, but I can definitely say that the motor of this is super quiet. You really can't hear too much, and I think this is definitely the sleekest option in terms of if you want to use it outside or in the office while you're working. If you're a workaholic type of person, you can't stop working, this is definitely a good breast pump to use. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the pros. Other than it just being super sleek and not painful to use, I pretty much have a lot of things to say about this that I wish would be different. One, let's talk about the flange size. I don't think this is a real major problem. It's just that I think it's pretty common. Usually a lot of times when you buy a breast pump, they either give you the most standard one, which is a 24mm or a 21mm, or even both of them if you're lucky to get both of them immediately. But for this particular brand, they give you a 27mm size and they give you a 24mm size, which is unfortunately is not my size. 19 is like so far the most accurate one, so I need to buy the silicone inserter or the flange inserter. I bought them from their store itself, which they do actually sell it as well, and then you have to pretty much cut it to be able to fit this into the breast pump. And when you fit into the breast shield, you have to fit into the 27mm one. You can't fit into the 24mm one. That's what they recommended. For me, what most annoying is that when I use this flange inserter, somehow some of my breast milk actually do get stuck in between the flange inserter and also the original flange itself, which is super annoying, especially for someone who doesn't have a lot of milk. Sometimes if it gets stuck, it becomes very unusable. The suction disc doesn't suck as well. That's really one of the annoying parts for me in terms of using an additional flange for this. Besides that, I do see some people actually do say that the container itself is not big. Like for example, if they do have an overflow supply of milk, this container is actually not enough for them. But for me, having this around like 4 ounces container is actually good enough for me. My main issue with this container is that it doesn't allow me to be able to pour out every single drop of my breast milk. Every single time I try to pour out my breast milk, there's always this 1 or 2 drops that's left in the container that I can't seem to get out. I cannot get out at all, and it's really ridiculous, and it's really irritating, because especially for someone who doesn't have enough breast milk, every single drop counts. So the fact that there are some just get stuck in there that I can't pour out at all is so frustrating. The other thing about this breast pump that I think it's pretty much at the top in terms of annoyance is the fact that this breast pump actually leaks. Leaking out part is not from the container itself, it's actually when you're pumping in here. If you're bending down like this and you're pumping here, sometimes the valve won't be able to catch it to kind of get into the containers. For example, if you see I add water in here, okay, it will start to leak out from here. There you go. So if you're trying to like multitask with this, you want to do stuff that requires you to have a lot of movements, this is really not the best breast pump for you. It's actually really the last breast pump that you want to use, because it just leaks out. It's very unfortunate. As much as I really want to love, like fully 100% love this breast pump, there's just a few things that really annoys me, especially for someone who really wants to multitask, really wants to be able to pump my milk and still be able to take care of my baby and still be able to do other things at home. That's the whole point of you buying a wearable breast pump, just so that you can actually do all these other things. The other issue also is that with a lot of electric pumps, to be honest, it's not just this breast pump. Apparently a lot of electric pumps, they don't really empty out your breasts that well. Using this, it really doesn't empty out my breasts even after using it twice. Like even after double pumping or pumping it twice, or what do you call it, like power pumping, I've tried to power pump with this, it still really doesn't empty out my breasts. I think in terms of washing wise, it's actually pretty standard. When you use an electric breast pump, or in fact any breast pump, you have to wash your parts. So they also do have cleaning instructions here. Looking at this table, it just seems like there's a lot of parts that you cannot put into sterilization. I don't use UV or steam sterilization, I just use hot water. But I believe a lot of mothers these days actually do use UV sterilization or even steam sterilization at the bare minimum. So just get ready to be a little bit disappointed. There's quite a lot of things that are not allowed to be sterilized in a UV or a steam sterilizer. For example, like the breast shield, the container bottle, and the silicone backflow and the valve. The only thing that you can sterilize is the sealing cap and the container lid, which is like the most useless thing. The parts that you need to sterilize the most, you cannot put into a UV or a steam sterilizer. I think that is really inconvenient, especially for people who are so used to using their steam sterilizer or even their UV sterilizer, because the whole point of you buying this is supposed to help you in terms of convenience wise, okay? One other annoying thing is that the bottle, this container, it's a little bit hard to clean. That you really need to use a brush that is really flexible that you can get every corners. Drying the container is ridiculous. The shape of this, right, it's so hard to get your towel in, or you have to really get your fingers in. If you have really short fingers, you can't even reach the corners of this to dry the container. For some reason the container itself is just not the best shaped container in terms of pouring out milk and in terms of washing and drying itself. I just wish maybe they could do better in terms of container, in terms of the design of the container itself. Something that would be easier to wash, easier to pour out your liquid, making sure you get every single drop, and also easier to dry. Will I still use this breast pump? Yes, I will still use this breast pump. I think especially at work, I feel like this breast pump is really mainly designed for people who are using it while they are working on their desk, which only requires standing up or requires you to sit up where your top body is always straight. Then yes, this would be very useful, because it's just the most, it's very sleek lah, and it's not super noisy. Should you buy it, I personally only recommend if you want something that's sleek and quiet, and also something that can just extract out your milk while you're working in front of a PC, so you're sitting up all the time. Then yes, this will be a breast pump for you. At the end of it, it's really just up to you and your lifestyle. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.